Ashley Johnston for a double meet this weekend for Florida Senior Night and Elevate the Stage in Huntsville. Coach, we'll start with an opening statement and then we'll go into questions.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're at our final home meet of the season. We're really looking forward to a great matchup against Florida. They have been a premier team for as long as I can remember, so we know that they're going to bring fierce competition, as every home meet has brought so far, which has really just helped prep us and to continue to dial into the details, work on polishing those last minute things in our routines to be able to prepare as we look at postseason. It's coming up before we know it. This is a great opportunity for us to practice what a regional championship format is going to be like, to have back-to-back meets in the same weekend. We very strategically planned it that way so that we could work on what does our recovery day look like, how do we make sure the team is in the best position to compete strong again on Sunday. That will be a podium meet for us, which again is a great tool to prepare for Olympic format where you rotate ballparks being floor depending on what event you start on, and compete on that podium to have great exposure and just look at what a national championship feel will be. And so backing up, I think for Friday night it's our Capes and Crowns meet, and we're excited to see the community show up for that. It's always a meet that everyone circles. It's a highlight, and just looking forward to a great night.
Questions?
It's also going to be senior night on Friday. Just what is this senior class? What's this program?
Yeah, this is going to be senior night, and it's always a really special night to get to celebrate the contributions, the impact that seniors have brought to our program. We have 5 seniors we'll be celebrating this year, 2 who are super seniors, 3 who are seniors, and just have really each have had a unique story and journey through this program, and I'm very grateful for everything they've brought to the Bama Gymnastics legacy, and I know our team will rally around them and support what Friday night looks like, but ultimately that is not the end. It is one competition in the midst of still many meets to come, and so while we want to celebrate all that they've done, we have the banquet to do that at the end of the season and many other moments along the way, and I think the best way to celebrate senior night is by competing strong and doing that for all those people that have laid the groundwork to get to where we are.
Does the preparation this week look any different with y'all having back-to-back meets? I know you talked about kind of maybe foreshadowing, future weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, we are a little more strategic in our preparation for a back-to-back meet like this. We look at being a little bit lighter in our impact on Monday, Tuesday, just to ensure that bodies, minds, everybody's ready to handle the workload that a Friday, Sunday looks like. We are strategic in what massage times look like, recovery, treatment, all those things play a part in it, but we've been looking at that since June, July, August time period, so we feel like we've got a really good plan in place to help our team be at its best on both nights.
How good was it this past Friday night to feel like you had a meet where you finally put all 4 events together on the same night and were able to put up a big road score like that?
Yeah, Friday night was really a beautiful masterpiece that I think the team worked hard at putting a lot of the puzzle pieces together. I think it's important to never put too much emphasis on all the pieces have to be there. We don't have to have a perfect night. We just have to have more pieces in place than not in place. And I think Friday night was a great example of that even in the imperfect moments, the team didn't let that affect their energy. They continued to create momentum, to create the moments in front of them that allowed them to build and get excited and to compete freely and with joy. And they created that. That was not a byproduct of an outcome or things just that happened to go their way. Like, they created that it went their way. And I think that's what we want to continue to focus on week to week, not letting the moment happen to us, but really creating what happens in the moment that's right in front of your face. And I thought they did a fantastic job of that Friday night, and that's something that we want to continue to excel in the coming weeks.
Kind of coming off of that, you mentioned after that match, the most important thing was that fire in their souls continued to ignite. Can you talk a little bit about the resilience that this team has shown you this season?
Yeah, I think growth is one of the pillars of our program, and I think the best way to grow is to handle hard moments well. And a couple weeks ago, we passed out these bracelets to our whole team, and it says, "Don't let the hard days win." And I think that's really such a testament to what this team has been through, what they dealt with. They have really built a high level of resilience, which is serving them super well. Like, the end of a season is a hard time frame. Everybody's bodies are hurting, everybody's minds are tired, it's a long season, and so I think being able to handle the hard days well doing that time and time again is really going to prepare us for being at our best at the right time of year, which is really now through April when we want to be at our peak. So I think Friday night absolutely lit that fire to burn a little bit brighter. It wasn't a sigh of relief. It was just igniting a flame of there is more to come and there is more to fight for. And I'm just proud that they did that, they created that, and we still have a lot of opportunities in front of us.
Couple more.
Last year y'all beat Florida away. Is there anything that y'all took or you're taking away from that tournament into competing with them on Friday?
Gosh, rewinding a year ago, that was a fantastic meet. Again, I think the team adopted a similar mindset where they just stayed focused on them. They weren't worried about the environment. They weren't worried about the noise. They just really stepped into their own unique flair of what Bama does best, and that worked out in our favor. But it's 0-0, so that one's behind us. There's really no talk or acknowledgement of that, and we've just got to stay focused on what makes Team 51 great and stay committed to that.
What's made this floor lineup so special this year? And then this will be the last time to compete. Well, I guess regionals here, but last time to compete at home with that floor lineup ending on floor, kind of the momentum of that. That you want to wrap that up at the home schedule this Friday night.
Yeah. I think floor tends to be a more fun event to compete. I think it really allows each athlete to step into their individual strengths. They've got music in the background. I think it just allows them to play to the crowd, to show off their personality. So I think it's an event that is just really in alignment with our team. Each person really thrives in that type of situation, and I think ultimately I want to see that play out on more of the events. I think it's important to kind of step in and have your own individual flavor and personality, whether it's on beam, vault, bars, it doesn't matter. It's just you and the piece of equipment. Your team's always going to rally around you, but how you step in and love what you're competing is really important to being able to compete freely and just going big.